Hey guys, this is my quick first look and mini review of the new DiRT 5. This is the amplified edition, which released today. So it's 3 days before general release, but it's not a sponsored video. I did actually pay for this game myself, being a follower and a fan of a lot of the Codemasters stuff. DiRT Rally, DiRT 2, right the way back to the first Colin McRae's, and before that, to be fair. Been racing for a long time now, so this is kind of a semi-sim racers kind of review of the game. So first things first, there's not an awful lot in the settings menus currently. I did get a response from a developer earlier to say that while some wheels will work, and there is a kind of a readme that comes with the game to say that which ones they are. There are no settings, there is no that I can find an XML to edit to change any of the details. There are certain options which pretty much come down to your very basics. I've got it on PC, but it is obviously a console port. And it is very obviously designed that way. So gameplay, your options basically are pad vibration, not using a pad, I'm going to use my Thrustmaster TSXW. The options basically are no force feedback, low, medium and high. Now high force feedback as the game comes out of the box on the TSXW is a little bit high. I'm using the Sparco R383 rally wheel, I think it's a 383, which is a bigger diameter than most, so which does reduce the torque, but even then high force feedback strength is still a little bit too high. Spring intensity is how hard it will pull it back to the center. Even on low, I think is a little bit too high, but off is just not where I want it. Basically very basic kind of setup for the actual controller. It's a single controller only, so I've got my wheel plugged in, I can't use my shifter, I can't use my clutch, I can't use my handbrake. On a side note, for people that have gone down that route, I did talk to Christian from SIMDashboard earlier and had a bit of an investigate, because I do actually use multiple screens with my, I probably can't really see them at the moment, with my setup for DiRT Rally 2, DiRT Rally Assetto Corsa, things like that. There's no telemetry output currently that we can see, although that also might change. So when the wheel update happens at the end of this month, there may be extra things you can change, but for now it's a basic kind of gear up and down on your flappy paddles or your buttons. Brake is obviously your pedal, accelerator, pedal, and then your handbrake is a button. I mean, that's it's not ideal for someone coming from the game I've just played. However, it basically does mean you just load up the game, you get in, you go, you do what you want, and you're all sorted. So there's, for a lot of people that don't want to mess around with the settings, it's ideal you just literally jump straight in. Now also, as you can probably see, I'm running triple monitors, which is another non-standard, certainly non-console sort of PC only setup. One of the things I've noticed is there is no V-lock, or there's no kind of vertical sync or G-sync or anything like that, or FreeSync or any of the other things that people would do in order to lock frame rate to refresh rate of your monitors. These monitors are 144 Hz Acer monitors, which I think they FreeSync all the way down to, I think it's 40 Hz. Either way, you can see the flickering in the menu. It actually is, it's not ideal. Another issue for me personally and other people using triple monitors is that, as you can basically see here, if you can see that, it doesn't take into account your NV surround settings. So my NV surround resolution, in order to take care of the black bars, is 6050, I think it is, by 1080, rather than 5760 by 1080. So on Euro Truck Simulator, DiRT Rally 2, Assetto Corsa, it effectively changes the resolution so that all the things line up and the black bars remain, but on this it literally jumps from resolution from one screen to another. Not a deal breaker, but again, it's something that I've just become accustomed to because of the kind of games that I play. So anyway, let's take a quick other look. HUD options, I've got opacity up to maximum so I can see it all properly, and I've basically, because I've set it as the UK, it's come up as miles per hour. I've left everything else switched on just while I'm playing, just for this look, see what it all looks like. Video options, I've got it set to ultra high. It likes to pick an awful lot of other things itself. I have changed the resolution, history resolution, render resolution to native to try and keep it the best quality, although you do get options for, see, 5760 by 1080, it doesn't pick up my higher NV surround resolution, but it does allow you to downscale certain things in order to maintain frame rates if you want to. I'm currently running a 2080 Ti, so while it's not top-notch frame rates, it's good enough for this, just for me to see what it looks like. Audio options, I've got it set to home cinema because I've got some pretty high-end powered monitor, studio monitors, so I've got it as wide frequency response as possible. 2D, because literally only got 2 speakers. I have turned the music volume down. Firstly, I don't really like racing with music because I'm usually playing Sims, and secondly, obviously, in case there's some sort of copyright issue with the video. Everything else I've left as maximum, although I've turned the subtitles off. So I've run a benchmark. I'll put some of the settings up later so that you can see exactly which frame rates I get and the actual spec, but for now let's see if we can just get into a game quickly. So we'll go for a free play, whatever this is, we'll just go for it. It's very bright. Everything looks good. Not devastatingly good graphics, in my opinion. Right, so I just load up the NVIDIA backend Shadow Play resources monitor, and it's currently saying I'm getting about 50 frames a second just in this, so we'll see if I maintain that. Oh, here we go, we're straight in, no messing. So, as I said before, no gear shifter, nothing like that other than your paddles. Right, so let's play around with some of the camera views. So what have we got here? So bumper cam, above the kind of follow cam, one that's a bit higher up. Then we've got a close follow cam. Oh, blimey, inside cam. Field of view is not great on triple monitor, although I didn't expect it to be, and that's your standard internal view. To my knowledge, let's just press, oh, that's the back one, let's just press all the buttons. No, not that one. See if I get wipers, anything like that. No, I'll just have to stay on the outside view for a moment then. So this is the bonnet cam, and then we're back round again. So to be honest with you, not a huge array of cameras to choose from. From what I can tell, there are no adjustments for field of view. There are no really adjustments for anything other than what I've already shown you. If their previous releases are anything to go by, within a short period of time, usually within a month, 6 weeks, there have been a few fairly large updates. That certainly was the case with Dirt Rally and Dirt Rally 2, which try to address force feedback, any other kind of requests for things that they hadn't maybe thought about or weren't able to get into the game in time for release. So, wow, I'm not doing very well at this at all. Maybe I should stop messing around with the camera views and do some racing. So, with the feedback, Force feedback for my wheel, you get a reasonable amount of feedback. It's not massive. I might turn that back up to the next notch, but unlike a lot of games where you've got 0 to 100% or something like that, going from low, medium and high gives you some fairly hefty jumps, so you're going to have to probably play around with it. Oh, well, there are no lights that I found, so we'll just have to follow those on the ceiling. No headlights or anything. Wow. Oh, there's a little map down there. Probably should be paying attention to that, as I don't know the course. Although those other cars have disappeared miles from me. Oh, hello. Wheel is doing its thing. Fair enough, I came very much last there, unsurprisingly. And, oh. Yep, none of those are me. Nice to know who did win though, I suppose. Right, and the wheel's just returned to centre. That's me somewhere all the way down wherever. So it's very, very much reminiscent of DiRT 3. DiRT 4 was a little less in your face with its bright colours, in my opinion. Very good graphics in between time. Some of the videos are very good. I find that the actual in-game graphics are not great, and I'm happy with 50 FPS on an arcade game. When I'm racing sim, I personally feel it makes a difference for a higher frame rate, so I might turn the graphics down. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure I'd want the graphics much lower than this from actually as a view, as while I'm actually looking at the game. I don't think it looks great. I mean, take your Forza Horizon 4 and things like that into account against this, and they are miles ahead. Yeah, it certainly doesn't blow me away. It's very colourful in places, but for the rest of it, I'm not really a fan. That's right, so let's see if we can brighten this up. Oh, dynamic that was apparently. Let's get it clear, so at least we can see what's going on. Time of day, midday, speed multiplier, then fine. Times 1 apparently. Grid size, okay. Oh, very easy, and I still managed to get absolutely rinsed. Right, let's try a different location. China. Let's try that one. We'll see how we get on. Oh, blimey. That's an entirely different kind of vehicle. I think at the moment, in my rookie status, I'm going to go for more handling, less performance.
I hope you got some sick coilovers, because this
I imagine I probably do. Right, let's just skip past this. It's much more immersive. They want to talk to you a lot more in this game. If you've played Dirt Rally or Dirt Rally 2, you'll know that it's you grab your car, you set it up, you do the races, and that's about all you get out of it. This is a little more interactive, with as much as they explain more to you as you're going through. Again, a little bit more like Dirt 4 and Dirt 3 certainly. And once again, we are straight in. Oh, hello. I will possibly stand a chance if people are going to throw themselves off the track. Oh, bit of slide there. So you don't get lots and lots of force feedback. You get a certain amount of indiscriminate, I'm being shaken around on a bit of gravel. Bit of a change there when I went over the puddle. Nothing too serious. It's kind of, personally to me, it feels like the kind of steering wheel equivalent of an old school rumble pack. Not hugely defined, but if all you want to do is jump in and have a blast in the mud, it's not terrible. Blimey, unlike my driving. Ooh, too much. When you're blasting past a lot of these kind of bits of scenery and whatnot, you don't really notice so much the low textures and resolution. Well, sorry, not resolution, but you get this last gen console sort of look. So I'm hoping that when the new gen consoles come out or something like that, they maybe do something about the textures. I know obviously the wheel detail XML and things like that may have been kind of left out in order to kind of make sure they get the game ready for release for the new consoles, which, you know, you can understand why they would do that. It doesn't bother me really. It was never designed to be a full sim, and I'm not treating it as such. Quite easy to find your feet though, very quickly. First race I did, I was miles behind. Second race I do, I'm miles ahead. So, you know. Right, we've got that odd steering wheel arrangement again, where it continues to do its thing even when you finished racing, which is not ideal. If you had a direct drive wheel or something like that and it's doing its own wild thing, then you know, it could potentially be dangerous. So ordinarily I would push the button on the wheel, but if it's going crazy you might have to press return on the keyboard, but as I've got it set fairly low. And there I am, first place. So that's a couple of different driving styles, and you've had a good idea what it looks like to come last and first. Didn't manage to get really, I think there are a couple of extra, oh, I got a reward, excellent. I think there are some kind of, you know, like missions or achievements you get within certain races. I saw one earlier for trading paint while drifting and things like that, which will get you bonus experience and get you through the game a little faster. So now we've done that, let's have a quick look at the graphical benchmark at the maximum settings on a triple screen, just in case anyone out there wants to know what it looks like and what the performance is. Get ready. Oh, even in the benchmark the wheel's doing its thing. So got a little in-game frame rate meter. It's fairly rudimentary. It's only overall frame rate. There are no kind of frame times or anything like that listed. Blimey. Here we go. And results. Wow, average frame rate 48.9. Not minimum frame rate 9.7. Not ideal. 1% lows 41.2. 0.1% lows 36.1. So just to go over my specs again, it's a 4770K It's not at 3.5 gigs like it suggests there. That's just what the CPU is named. It's actually running at 4.5 overclocked. It's a GeForce RTX 2080 Ti, which is the MSI Gaming X Trio, which actually auto overclocks itself from the basic 1350 minimum 2080 Ti core clock speed. Most of them run anything up to about 1700, 1750, depending on which brand and which cooler and things like that you've got. This one, even just on air, on its basic cooler, actually runs anything up to 1950 or 2 gigahertz on the core. Memory, I've left it just at the 7000 megahertz effective because it doesn't make an awful lot of difference in game. So I've got 32 gigs of RAM, which for this is largely irrelevant. It does say that if you want to kind of keep notes of it, then it creates a results file in your My Games folder, so you can go and check that out if you want to refer back to or make a chart if you're overclocking or whatever. Again, this is probably not the game you would be doing that for, but the option is there. So here we go. Right, the wheel seems to want to stay wherever the game left it. It doesn't centralize itself. So because that benchmark finished with it on a slight left turn, it's now on a slight left turn. So that's that. Right, well, that's probably it for me. This was just a quick look. Apologies for any rambling. This is kind of, other than basically firing it up, just running a few setups and then getting it sorted into triple monitors for the purposes of this quick review. I hadn't used it at all, so also apologise for the calibre of racing. But I think that's probably me for now. Once there have been a few updates, or if I find anything else, I'll probably do some more videos. I'll probably just, run through some basic gameplay. But if there are any big updates on, telemetry outputs or wheel updates, custom liveries, things like that. I know in game you can create certain things. I think a moment ago I won some decals and things like that at the end of a race. Those can be used to create kind of liveries in game. A lot of the time people do, like real serious modders and sim racers and things, do like to create some really, and I've seen some of them, exceptionally high quality skins for their cars, but currently it doesn't look like it's possible on Dirt 5. But if anything changes, I will let you guys know. Thanks a lot for coming on a quick ride with me in Dirt 5. I'll see you next time.